Hi, this is Kevin Ring with FAMM. We're here today in Annapolis, Maryland because Governor Hogan just signed a major criminal justice reform bill. Two of the lawmakers who put the bill together disagree on just about every other issue, but we're able to find common ground on sentencing reform. We want to talk to them and see how they were able to pull off this compromise.
I'm Delegate Erek Barron, and I represent Prince George's County.
State Senator Michael Hough, Frederick and Carroll counties.
Who did you support for president in the Maryland primary?
I supported Hillary Clinton.
I supported Ted Cruz, and I was Ted Cruz's state chairman.
Do you support or oppose gun control?
I support reasonable gun control for public safety.
I'm 100% NRA A+ rated.
How would you rate the job that President Obama has done on a scale of 1 to 10?
8 or 9,
Why do you say that?
because I think he's done a good job overall.
I can't think of almost a single thing I agree with him on, so I guess I'll give him a 0.5 out of 10.
What would you say are the most important features of the Justice Reinvestment Act that you helped negotiate and that Governor Hogan signed?
We took people that we are in society that we're scared of, the murderers, the violent, bad offenders, and we actually put them away for longer. While people that we're mad at, people that are drug offenders, people that are running into problems with the law, a lot of times driven by addiction, we cut a new path for those folks.
What about those who say that drug dealing and drug trafficking is inherently violent?
Well, what we've done is we've put judges in a position to distinguish who the real bad guys are and who the people are who need some help. With this bill, we can focus on getting treatment for the people that we've found that need some help and not treat everyone with the same brush.
You know what the critics will say? If you don't have mandatory minimums, you're going to have soft on crime judges let prisoners out with a slap on the wrist. Are you soft on crime all of a sudden?
I am definitely not soft on a crime, but one of the things that we saw, mandatory minimums, not everyone was getting the mandatory minimums. Basically, the people that didn't take the pleas were getting the mandatory minimums. The people that take the plea and get out of it are the ones who weren't getting it. So it doesn't necessarily mean that a mandatory minimum, you're locking up the worst of the worst.
Now you're seeing conservative Republicans like Senator Hough support this issue. Do you think they're just interested in saving a buck?
Well, you know what? I don't really care what exactly motivates them. So long as they come to the table, and if they're at the table, then I feel like there's a chance for compromise. There's a chance for us to move forward.
Tell me why this isn't political suicide, right? So we know mandatory minimums don't make us safer, but doesn't voting for them make you safer? Isn't it easier to say, I'm tough on crime, I voted for mandatory minimums?
If you want to be a leader and you want to make changes, then you have to be able to explain to voters what you did. So this isn't like in the 80s or 90s where you had crack and these other things that were, in Baltimore and DC, but they hadn't heard of them. It wasn't a big deal in Frederick County. In Frederick County, we have a massive heroin problem. And the fact that this justice reinvestment will do more for drug treatment and puts more in drug treatment than any other bill in the history of the state of Maryland. So for me, that's something I'm very proud of. But I think we need to give voters credit, explain to them what we're doing.